The first method is data collection. Data collection is an independent method to the method of data analysis and has become the main method, tool, or technique of data analysis. The qualitative data collection are two methods. The first is interview and secondly is observation. The interview is one of technique can use for collecting research data. There are 4 steps of interview that are preparation of interview guide, communication during interview, recording the response, and preliminary testing of interview procedures.
Observation is a human daily activity by using the 5 sense of the eye as the main tool and the other 5 senses such as ear, smell, mouth, and skin. Therefore, all the 5 main senses, namely the eye, are used to obtain data or information. 1. Participant observer. Participant observer is a form of observation in which the observer regularly participates and engages in the activities being observed. 2. A non-participant observer is if in participant observation the research is directly involved in the activity, then in non-participant observation the research is not involved and only becomes an independent observer. Next, recording observation must pay attention to several things. First, recording time. 2. How to record. 3. Take notes between observation. First, recording time. The best thing to record is when the observed object of observation is happening, or it is called direct recording. 2. How to record. If direct recording is not possible, then recording can be done using keywords. 3. Take notes between observation. Is the observer records his observations on the sidelines of the object of observation when the observation's activity stops.
Quantitative data collection. Number 1, questionnaire survey. Data collection in research must be done scientifically and systematically. Researchers conduct surveys by distributing questionnaires as research instrument. Questionnaire surveys become an effective and efficient forum for collecting data to be measured numerically. Number 2, statistical dataset. The statistical dataset is used for data that is already available. The datasets are usually already collected by an authorized third party. This method is generally faster because all the researchers need to access the dataset and don't need to distribute questionnaires to the field. For example, researchers use statistical datasets related to the studied problem from other institutions. Number 3, interview. This method is usually used in quantitative and qualitative research. The interviews are a process of collecting data, using informants who answer questions posed for research purpose. In quantitative research, the type of interview used is in a structured form. Number 4, observation. Observation made for research materials must be carried out with precision and accuracy to obtain research data. Observation practice involves several of the researcher's senses, especially sight and hearing, to capture a phenomena around them that can use as data.
When data has been collected, then the next step is to process the data to get some information that can be used for presenting data. For example, the total of the data, percentage, data average, or etc.
Data processing methods. Data processing method has two main types of parts, namely, 1. Descriptive statistic. Descriptive statistic is a data processing method that has the aim of providing an overview of the data held. This processing method is usually carried out at the beginning of the analysis. 2. Inferential statistic. Inferential statistic is a processing method used to analyze something further, such as forecasting, predicting hypotheses, and drawing conclusions. This processing method is usually used more toward the generalization process.
And I'm here want to present you about a data presentation. Data presentation is defined as the process of using various graphical formats to visually represent the relationship between two or more data sets so that an informed decision can be made based on them. There is a two form of data presentation. There is a table and graph, and I'm here to explain about a table. A table is a collection of numbers that arrange according to categories to make it easier to make data analysis. And there is a one-way table. A one-way table is a table that consisting of one characteristic or category. As you can see, there's an example of the one-way table. And the next is two-way table. A two-way table is a table that consisting of two characteristics or category. As you can see, there's an example about the two-way table. And the last is three-way table. A three-way table is a table that consisting of three characteristics or category. As you can see, there's an example of three-way table.
Class. Graphics are pictures that visually show data in the form of number, which usually also come from tables that have been created. There are 5 types of graphs, namely is line graphs, bar graphs, circle graphs, image graphs, and map graphs.
Data analysis, a process with the aim of changing the result data from results to later information, can be used to find conclusion about population characteristics based on the data obtained from the sample. Data analysis in activity to describe or break something into small parts or component according to with the purpose of analysis. 1. Can identify components that have prominent property or have extreme value. 2. Can perform comparison between components with use the value of the ratio or difference. 3. Can make comparison between components with overall use the value of the proportion or percentage. Category or qualitative is the result data classification or classification of a data, and basically this type of analysis technique use logical thinking, analysis with logic, with induction, deduction, analogy, and comparison. Generally, this technique is used for relate research with social phenomena or phenomena.
Is numerical or quantitative? Numerical or quantitative are variables of calculation and measurement that have the characteristic content of variables in the form of numbers. Its variables are divided into two kinds, discrete and continuous. Discrete is in itself the variable that counts, whereas the continuous result is a measurement. Content analysis. This analysis is needed to understand the overall theme in qualitative data. This analysis uses textual data deduction that will make it easier to assemble the most common data. Number 2 is narrative analysis. This analysis focuses on how an idea can be communicated to the entire section. This method is usually used for operational processes, used in developing marketing strategy plans, etc. Number 3 is discourse analysis. This method is used to analyze human interaction, but instead focus on the social context in which communication between respondents and researchers occurs. Descriptive analysis. The technique involves looking at past data performance to get a conclusion. The technique is used when we are dealing with data in very large volumes, like the census data of the population. Inferential analysis. One technique uses the statistic formula. The results obtained from its calculation are used as a basis for making common conclusions.
My name is Zhusuf Falhamdany.
My name is Dela Kristiana.
Hello, my name is Kharisma Erwina Putrikuri.
Hello, my name is Rosa and Rizkyah.
Hello everyone, my name is Mohamad, Zahrain, Adjie.
My name is Azzahra Purnama. Hello, my name is Intan Isma Saputri.
Hello, my name is Mariya Ulva.
My name is Rangga Eka Saputra, and thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.